Alice, you make your way through the streets of Baldur's Gate, and you find yourself at the tavern, particularly the Elfsong Tavern, which is really, at the end of the day, an institution almost here now in Baldur's Gate. Everybody who is anybody ends up at the Elfsong Tavern at some point, whether it be a weary traveler or even sometimes a patriarch coming incognito who wants to mingle with the peasants. And the Elfsong Tavern is kind of interesting because the name actually derives from really a weird haunting that's going on there. There was a ghostly female elven voice that you could hear periodically throughout the establishment, and the singing is quiet, but you can still hear it quite clearly. Strangely enough, you can hear it easier the drunker you get, because it is a tavern. But otherwise, that's not the only reason why people come to the Elfsong Tavern. The Elfsong Tavern itself is a pretty beautiful establishment. It's almost a perfect mixture of dive bar meets high-end cocktail lounge. And so in the center of the Elfsong Tavern, there's this beautiful circular hearth that everybody can kind of gather around. And on either side of it, though, are different bars with different bartenders that are able to serve pretty much anything that you would love to drink. And the Elfsong Tavern has a couple floors. The main floor has been set up as kind of like a big tavern or like a pub. The upstairs, they have converted. It used to be one huge kind of dining area, and they used to rent it out for like events and halls and such. But recently, not too recently, but somewhat recently, they did convert it. And part of it was set up to become almost like an inn. So there are rooms that are available for rent. But then you would know as well, Clem, your character particularly would know this from working there, that some of those also have been converted almost into makeshift offices that people can use, almost like in modern day share spaces that you can rent. It's kind of set up like that as well. There's a few of those rooms as well up at the top. But the Elfsong Tavern is a very large establishment, so there are several different areas where there's some different stages set up. And on one of the stages, there happens to be a certain bard that is serenading the group. And Clem, if you can introduce what your character is like and some of the backstory of your character.
All right, so spent a lot of time writing this. But yeah, so Fira, she is a very let me think. But I'll just read it. I think that's the easier way to describe it.
Sure.
So Fira has always had a knack of making friends wherever she ended up being. Since she was a young tiefling, her exuberant personality drew all kinds of people towards her. Eltriel was her home. As a younger tiefling, she got the occasional glance from others, but she had her ways of making friends anyway. Like, the moment she starts talking, they listen, laugh, clap her on their shoulder, and soon enough, everyone is like they know who she is, and they all knew who the sweet talking doublekin girl named Fira, you know, and everyone liked her. And being liked doesn't mean that she's a good person, just saying. But she knew the right words to say to each person who approached her. It also helped that she had like a really pretty look. She had light pink skin and like a warm brown hair, with two little braids right here and half up like that kind of thing. And she has some purple freckles across her nose. I added that. I don't know why. But yeah, most of what people respected about her was her confidence. She had the slight upturn of her lips and the twinkle in her eye that says that she knew something that other people did not. And yeah, let's see. She started picking musical instruments up like they were candy. She started with the flute and then the lyre, and then everything else just came after that. I think she has 4 instruments right now. Yeah. We'll just leave that. There are 4. I don't remember them on top of my head, but it's okay. And she, like, her skill with them was very admirable, and she was often found working in taverns such as this. And even from like a very young age, when people were like, she's too young. But no. But they never kicked her out. However, they made sure that she had mead, food, and coin before she left, because she was raising money for something, even though like the people didn't understand why she was raising money, because she had like a stable family, she had like housing, food, all this stuff, but she had a secret. Because like her favorite expression didn't come out with musical notes. It was more in the form of watching. One sec. Sorry, I'm reading. Okay, so like most of it is more of like she wants to talk. She wants to kind of persuade people into thinking certain ways. She also had a secret that she wanted to be a warlock, not necessarily a bard. Because like she figured that was the way to get this person's attention. And when that she's like idling, she's like, I want to be a warlock. I want them to recognize me so I can be bestowed power upon, you know. And yeah. So she had to work her way up by being a bard to be noticed by people, different people like that. And she was very persuasive as well. Let's see. And so she was saving up money to go to college. And she went to the College of Whispers. And like, yeah, let's see. But yeah. Now she's like, is it right before or right of the fall of like Eltriol, by the way?
Yeah, so this is going to be during it's so Elturel has fallen, but nobody knows it yet.
Okay.
So it's like right at the cusp.
Okay. So
yeah, so it's like just before the events of Descent into Avernus is basically okay. Where we're at.
I was like, I don't know. But yeah, she's basically now kind of like trying to decide what she needs to do, because now like Eltriel is falling and she can see it. She can definitely tell. And she knows that she's not going to be able to be in a place like this any longer. So she's trying to figure out what to do, even if that means joining you guys to gain favor for this person that she wants the powers from. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, if I could ask then, you play multiple instruments. What instrument are you currently playing while you're on stage at the Elfsong Tavern right now?
Flute.
Flute.
My favorite.